Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Paul here from the Project Titan Gaming channel, and today we have our second top 5 video of the channel for Infinite Warfare. The first one went alright, the first one went solid. I feel like these are some of my favorite videos and some of the best videos that I make, so I am going to be making a lot of them. The last time we did the top 5 SMGs in Infinite Warfare, and you know, I feel like I made a pretty good list there. You guys felt the same way. So we are going to be moving to something similar. We are going to be doing the top 5 assault rifles in Infinite Warfare. So basically, as with the SMGs, there are only 5 assault rifles in Infinite Warfare. So we're basically going to be ranking them in order of how I like them, give a little bit of talk about the gun, and say probably specifically why it is that I feel that way about the gun and why I ranked it where I ranked it. So if we look at number 5, we have the R3K. Now the R3K is basically your Type 95 because Call of Duty kind of follows the same model. For, you know, I mean, obviously every game's drastically different, especially these days, but every game kind of has that same flow of the certain type of guns that are just in every single game. And this R3K is the Type 95 from the original Call of Duties. There's no doubting it, especially when you look at the shape, the form of it, and it is 3-round burst. So I mean, if you're a 3-round burst person, it's a good gun. I'm not a 3-round burst person, so it's not my sauce, you know? I mean, it's not that it's a bad gun, but it's not for me just because I'm not a 3-shot burst kind of person. That's just not me. So I don't really have much to say about that one, just I don't use it because I don't play with 3-shot burst, but if it's a 3-shot burst gun that you like, you're probably going to have this a lot higher than I am. So, if we're coming in at number 4, we have the K-Bar 32. Now, I mean, this is just a stock one. I mean, it's a variation of just your standard assault rifle. I mean, I feel like the K-Bar and the MV4 are the two that are the most similar between all the assault rifles. So, I mean, if you're just looking for your standard assault rifle classic gun, I would say you're somewhere between the MV4 and the K-Bar 32, depending on which one feels best to you. I mean, it is personal preference, but I mean, the K-Bar isn't great for me. I mean, like I said, it comes down to the MV4 and the K-Bar 32. And obviously, if you like, I like the one a lot more than I like the other, and I feel like everyone would have a strong opinion between the two guns, and that you're not really gonna love both of them. But I feel like you should like one of them fairly well. And for me, I just don't really like the K-Bar 32. Something about it. I mean, it's a little too SMG for me. Like, it's leaning towards an SMG, but if I want leaning towards an SMG, I'm just going to use a bloody SMG. Because, like, an SMG assault rifle mix, when it starts as an assault rifle and leans towards an SMG, just never quite does it for me. So that's why that's why when it comes to me, I would just go with the assault rifle, or an SMG that tends to lead to an assault rifle, not the assault rifle that leads towards an SMG. That's just me, though. So anyway, coming in at number 3, we have kind of the interesting gun of the bunch. We have the Type 2. Now we can split this into a Kimbo pistol mode for close quarter combat, which I think is unique. I mean, for me, not really, maybe. I mean, but I don't really use the Type 2 in the akimbo pistol mode. But when it comes to an assault rifle, I really like it. It has good range. Like, you would look at it and you'd think it would be like an SMG, but its range is great and its fire rate is great. So and it has good accuracy. I mean, its damage isn't high, which does lean it towards the SMG. I see what you're saying. But I feel like the range brings it back to the assault rifle class. It makes it like the assault rifle class rather than the SMG class. So the Type 2 for me is a certain type of weapon where it feels like if I want to run around and get kills that way, but I also want to be able to have the ability to shoot at a long distance, the Type 2 is my gun. Now, see, if I'm in the mood for assault rifle, but I want to, obviously run around a little bit more than your standard assault rifle, I will go with the Type 2. And, I mean, it's a solid option. It really is. You can't go wrong with it. I mean, we've seen stuff like this before, but it's kind of original, especially with the akimbo pistol when you hold down the triangle. But it's solid. I mean, anything in the top 3 of the SMG or assault rifle is a solid option. It just comes down to personal preference to pick between them. So, yeah, I mean, it's alright. It's not my favorite. That's obviously why it's down here at number 3. So, coming in at number 2, we have probably the most, assault rifle of them all. The most, traditional assault rifle, because it is modeled after the AK. And by now you can guess it. It is the Volk. I mean, it obviously looks just like an AK. It shoots just like an AK with the straight up kickback. And it also has like that fire rate damage combo that the AK's always had. Which the AK is a classic gun. Which, you know, it's a certain type of balance between damage and fire rate that the AK has that isn't necessarily good when you have that fire rate or that damage, but for some reason when you put them together like that, it makes a good combo. Like I feel like the Volk is deadly, but when I use the Volk, it's when I'm using it in terms of I'm trying to be staying away from my enemy, trying to make long distance situations, not trying to rush around with a Volk. That would be kind of a bad idea to say the least. But the Volk is a great one because I feel like if I'm running around, I'm using an SMG. If I'm not running around, I want to stay away from them. So I would use the Volk to give myself the advantage in, you know, the long distance scenario. So I feel like the Volk is interchangeable with my number one. I really did have a hard time picking between my number one and number two. And I will let you know the differentiating factor between them, but it is kind of stupid why I differentiated them. But hey, I had to differentiate them somehow. I like them equally, both almost. But when it comes to number one, we have the NV4. Now the NV4 is the classic M4A1, the classic M4. It's the standard military assault rifle, and for some reason this one's actually stood the test of time and is one of the few guns in the game that hasn't gone all futuristic. I mean, it looks like your standard military assault rifle that's been used by the military for 50 years almost now. So what I like about this is it's your classic American assault rifle. It has a lot of damage, not a lot of damage, but it has a lot of range, a lot of accuracy, and not a lot of fire rate, which is what defines the assault rifle class as a whole. So essentially, like I was saying, the MV4 is just basically your classic assault rifle that I've grown up to love, which is half the reason I chose it. It was because I've just loved this style of gun forever, and I am so used to this style of gun, it's naturally going to be one of my favorites because I'm more used to it. And the reason it got pushed over top of the Volk was the fact that you can get the nuke variant, right? It's the deatomizer variant, so that is a big plus in my opinion. The fact that you can get the game-ending streak with this gun, it makes it a lot more worthwhile trying to get good at, so you can try and grind to get enough salvage to get the gun, and then enough kills in a row to actually get the deatomizer, which I think is going to be something amazing once I finally get there. But unfortunately, I am a good bit of salvage away, but hopefully we'll get there someday. I'm sure we will. But anyway, guys, those are my top 5 assault rifles in Infinite Warfare. If you guys are thinking something different in terms of your favorite assault rifles in Infinite Warfare, let me know, please, in the comment section below. I'd love to have a discussion with you guys about it. So as always, even if you agree with me, we can talk about why we agree in the comment section below. As always, guys, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, like the video to support it, and as always, I appreciate you guys even sticking around to this part of the video. If you haven't heard about our Project Titan community gaming channel, link to that will be in the description below, and there should be a video uploaded on that. I'll try and link that in the description if I remember. But if not, you can find it on our channel, and it is a good thing if you guys out there are gaming YouTubers yourselves. Helps us connect with you guys better and helps us both grow. Great thing to take advantage of. So if you're watching this video and think that's something you'd like to do, as always, there's a video about it that explains more about the process and everything. So if you're interested, head over, definitely watch that. I feel like it's going to be a great thing. We've already enjoyed a little bit of success on there so far. We've uploaded, I think, 2 different people so far. So that's good. Another up-and-coming thing. Couple more top 5 lists for you guys. And Christmas break is coming soon, so we will be working even harder, especially when Christmas break comes, because we won't have school, so that means we'll be able to dedicate more time to videos, guys. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.
Fresh off the grill, get fresh off the grill, nigga, keeping it hot. Get fresh off the grill, get fresh off the grill. Yeah, I'm bouncing the hopper, nigga, you can't stop.